Live in the Salon with Benita and Rita. Welcome. Get a glass of wine and get comfortable. You will be empowered, inspired, and will definitely have a little fun. Hey, you may even learn something new. In the Salon, we host community conversations, so all voices are appreciated. We hope you will enjoy the show. Cheers. Hey there, welcome to Live in the Salon with Benita and Rita. And I am Rita Ricks. I'm so glad that you guys are tuning in with us tonight. And we have a beautiful, beautiful show. We are recording this in October because it is Breast Cancer Month. And I want to first say this is not a medical show. We're not going to be talking about medical. We're going to be talking about life and how we, as three survivors, have been able to come through an event such as cancer. But it doesn't just have to be cancer. It can be any illness. We're going to be talking about how you listen to your body. We're going to be talking about how you manage your emotions, how you manage your faith, and how you get to the other side. Regardless. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm really glad that you're here this night. I don't want you to leave us. I want you to stay here with us because I'm my two guests. I'm going to introduce them real quickly. I have over here Minister Jennie Humphries.
Yes.
And she is the mother of Benita, who is my partner with Live with Benita and Rita. And so she has three daughters, and she has four grands, and she also has a great grand, and his name is Sire, and he is a grown man. Just happens to only be four, I think.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And then I have Tanya White. And Tanya White is the mother of two daughters, and she is a grandmother of four. They are really rolling because I just have two, but that's my two are just enough. So I want to take a few minutes, if you all don't mind, to just kind of share my experience, so that when we do start interviewing, they'll get a chance to compare what you've experienced with where I am. Is that fair
That
enough?
sounds fair.
Okay. So it was 1999, and I had been traveling quite a bit. And so I came home and I had a stack of mail like this. And I'm going through it like for 3 days in a row because I look at it in the morning, take some more letters the next day, take some more letters the next day. And I got to this one letter that said that my mammogram had something on it that was suspicious, so they wanted me to come back. So I was like, okay, that's no problem. And so I sure enough went back, and they took the mammogram, and then they came back and they said we need to take another one. So I said, okay, that's fine. But I also said, if they come back in here again and say they want another one, we got a problem. And sure enough, that's what happened. They said, we need you to go to a surgeon. Now, I didn't know any surgeons, but I did have a beautiful, wonderful GYN. And I took the film to her, and she put it up on her, on her light, and she showed me where it was like a little spot. She said, this is what they're concerned about. Do you see the little tail on it? She said, that's what they're concerned about. So from then on, I called it a spot. I didn't call it cancer. I called it a spot. So she said, okay, we have to go. You're going to have to get a biopsy. I said, all right. I'm still traveling. The nurse calls me. She says, we want to set you up for a biopsy this week. And I said, well, I can't do it this week because I'm out of town. And she said to me, it would behoove you to get this done sooner rather than later.
Right.
I'm still not grasping it. So I said, okay, I can make arrangements. This was Monday. I'll never forget it. I can make arrangements to be back on Friday. She said, thank you. Like I was doing her a favor. So anyway, I went in on Friday, and they took the biopsy. Let me tell y'all, I had a class that morning, and I had somebody to take my class because I was doing the Myers-Briggs then. I had a friend of mine to do the Myers-Briggs with them so that I could go and get this biopsy. So she said, here's some medication, in case you're in pain, and you just go home and get into bed. And I went, I can't do that. I got a class out at the airport and I got to get out there, you know? So this is one of the lessons. When you don't focus or when you have a purpose and a focus, you don't focus on the negative.
Yeah.
You just focus on what you have to do.
Yes.
And so that's where I was. I got to get this class done because they had already paid me.
Yeah.
So that's what I had to do. So we come back in about a week. And my girls were with me. It was 9 o'clock in the morning, and the doctor came in. The surgeon came in. He was black. In a million years, I had never expected to see a black surgeon. Isn't that something? I wasn't even expecting it. And when he walked in, I was shocked, which made me mad later because I'm like, why would you be shocked?
Right.
Why not? But I wasn't expecting.
Yes.
And my GYN had called him, but she didn't tell me he was black. She just said, I'm going to get this surgeon for you. Anyway, he came in, and as soon as I saw him, I hugged him. I said, I'm so glad you're black. It was crazy. It was crazy. Anyway, he told me that it was positive. And my girls immediately, they didn't cry, but I could feel this energy coming from either side.
Yeah.
And so he said, okay, what do you want to do? I said, I want it out. Monday. It was Friday at 9 o'clock. And so he said, okay, I'll make arrangements. Mind you, my surgery didn't occur until 7 o'clock Monday evening because he had to make arrangements. But that's what he did. I mean, you know, when you have a doctor that is a doctor for real, that loves his patients, that's what he did for me.
Yes.
And I was so grateful. At any rate, he said, okay, well, you got to get blood work now. The girls went home. You got to get blood work. You've got to go sign papers and stuff now if you want, because this, again, was Friday morning. So I go to this person for something. I go to that person. I'm still probably, I don't want to say in shock, but not really figuring out what's going on. And so I went to 3 people before I went to the final person. And when I walked in to that office, she was very discombobulated. She was trying to find something here and looking for something there. She just spoke, but she had a very heavy German accent. But I wasn't feeling warm and fuzzy. And about this time now, everybody else has been warm and fuzzy. And so when she sat down, she said, I apologize. This is not my office. And so I've had to look for everything I needed. Well, I thought she was just ignoring me, right? Right. So she looked at the paper and she said, I had this same procedure 6 months ago. You will be fine. She said, and in 25 years, you may even be able to take a pill
Wow.
instead of surgery. That's what she said to me.
That was for you.
And she said, there's one thing I want you to do. Well, 2 things. She said, the first thing is, when people say they want to help you, let them. Don't say, oh no, let them. She said that might be what they need to give to, they need to give that to you for themselves.
Right.
Does that make sense? So don't think that this is all about you. They want to do something for you. And you let them do that. She said the second thing, take a vacation. Go away. When you finish your treatment, go away. So think about those 2 things, ladies. If something comes up, then you want to let people help you, and you also want to take a vacation. So I came home that evening, and that's when I sat down. I had a bay window, and I sat in the bay window, had a long conversation with God. And I said, I don't know why this is happening. There's no history in my family, but I don't have time for this.
Yeah.
I don't have time for this.
Yes.
And so I'm just going to turn it over to you. It's going to be out Monday, and we're going to be fine. That Monday, and then the weekend, we had a beautiful service at my church, and I told my pastor, and I told the assistant pastor, and it's the pastor I still have now. I've been with him 30 years. And they both said that I had been chosen because I would be able to share my story with others.
Wow. That's blessed.
So he
That's
said, "You're gonna
awesome.
be fine." And I'm like,
Yeah,
"I know
today.
I'm gonna be fine."
Yes.
And so that Monday, we went in. Like I said, it was late in the evening, and one of my girlfriends that Sunday had asked me about the doctor. His name is Gary Harrington, by the way. He's retired, but that's his name. And she said, "Is he saved?" And I said, "Well, I don't know. We didn't have that conversation, but he just seems wonderful." So I was ready to go out. They had already put the medicine in. And I said, "Dr. Harrington," I said, "do you have a church?" And he said, "Yes, I do." And I said, "Oh, who's your pastor?" He said, "He's one of my best friends. He's Dr. Lance Watson."
Okay. Wow.
That's my church.
Oh,
That's
wow.
right.
That's my
Say no
church.
more.
That's my church.
Yeah.
And
wow.
they were best friends.
Wow.
Awesome.
Well, guess who just went to sleep? I was out. That was good.
Done.
It was all over, you
I
know?
tell you, that was.
And I came back to the room. I remember the nurses literally were coming in and out, and I was saying, "Listen, I'm fine. I need to get some sleep." The next morning, I left and went
Wow.
home.
Look at God.
Really?
Yes. The
is
nurse
good.
asked me, "Do you want a bath here or do you want a bath at your house?"
Uh-huh.
Duh.
The obvious.
Duh, you know. So that's how my experience started, and I just think whatever happens, it's the faith,
Yeah.
but you've got to believe it's going to be fine. I don't
gotta
care how
believe
terrible it looks. You've got to believe it, because what we send out, we get back. You
That's
know.
so true.
So I went through the surgery. Everything was fine. I had my first radiation treatment like the 2nd or 3rd of December, because my surgery was just before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And so this was like the 2nd or 3rd of December. And the day that I went in for my first treatment, my dad had exploratory surgery.
Wow.
He
What?
never came out of the hospital.
Oh.
So
He
sweet.
never came out.
Rita.
I finished I was done with my treatments by the 5th of February, and he passed on the 8th.
That is so.
So he hung in there
He
with
stayed
me.
with you, right?
He hung in
Wow.
there with me, you know, and I know he did. I
Yes,
know he
yes.
did. And so it was just a really good experience.
Right.
And even when I got the radiation, that clinic isn't there anymore. But there was a gentleman, the doctor who had the clinic was a former Hampton University. Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Yay.
Hampton University
Okay.
Doctor,
Wow.
student.
Okay.
And so I would go in there in the morning, and they would play. I'd ask them to play music while I had the radiation. And the one other thing, because they telling me we got to go to commercial, but I said, this machine is so loud. The radiation machine was so loud, and it just felt like I felt like it was fire coming
Yeah.
into me. And I said that to him that after that first morning, and he said, this is scary. He said, I just went to a class, and they said to us that if patients are concerned that it feels like fire, it didn't feel like it. It was just that noise,
Yeah.
that
Right,
loud
right,
noise.
Uh-huh.
He said, tell them to think that there's sunbeams coming in.
Oh. Wow.
What?
Y'all. So that noise was now sunbeams coming in, healing that spot.
Yes.
The spot. Yes.
Wow.
Isn't that cool? And
Yes.
so from then on, I was good.
Yeah.
I was good. I was fine. It was like, okay, it's healing. And that's what I called it, a spot. I never, ever said cancer. And they took 9 lymph nodes. They were all good.
Okay.
So there is a scar right
Okay.
under here. And this little boob right here is a little broken. It's a little
Okay.
bent over.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Amazing.
my experience.
Wow.
So I just wanted to share it, folks, because
Thank you for sharing
everything can be good when you think about it,
That is true.
when you decide that.
That is
Okay.
so true.
We're going to stop. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. We're getting ready to hear from them. Okay? Hey there, we're back. This is Live in the Salon with Benita and Rita. And I am Rita, and I'm here with Jennie and Tanya. So in the first part of the segment, I shared my story, my experience with having breast cancer, and that was 26 years ago, 1999. And Tanya, during the break, shared with me that she has a question for me.
I do, Rita.
Okay.
Thank you. My question to you is, On a Friday, it seemed like there was a lot of activity until your surgery on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
What were you thinking? What were you going through? Were you happy? Were you sad? Were you mixed emotions? What did you experience?
So Friday night, I told you I sat in my bay window,
Yes.
and it was silence. There was silence. It was dark. I was living in the city then, so there were street lights.
Okay.
And I probably sat there a couple of hours. And I wasn't even familiar with silence to the extent that I am now. But the silence calmed me. It just calmed me, and it allowed me to let go of whatever fear it was. I didn't know what to expect. I certainly never thought that it was going to take me out. That never crossed my mind.
Okay.
So I said to myself, we're taking it out Monday. I know women who had to wait 6 weeks before they could have that. Mine was 48 hours.
Okay.
So there wasn't a lot of time to think. Now, when I went in Sunday morning to church, I love Richard Smallwood, and they were singing a song by him, and I started to cry. And my girls were there, but it was just trust. You know, when you trust God,
Yes.
and you know He's got you, and you just, you let go. And that
That's
was
the
it.
truth.
That was
Correct.
it. Yeah.
Alright,
So
well,
thank you for asking.
Thank you for sharing that. Yes, yes.
All right,
Okay.
ladies, so I've got some questions for you. Let's start at the beginning. What did you first feel or notice in yourself before the diagnosis, physically or spiritually, that made you pay attention? In other words, did you feel something inside, outside? How did you find out? Like, I found out through a mammogram.
Okay. I'll get motivated by Jennie. You want to
Oh,
take that first? Yeah.
how did I found out? Um, I found my own spot or lump.
Mm-hmm.
I found it myself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had been going to the doctor for several years just for checkups,
Mm-hmm.
and every time I went, he would say, "Are you doing self-exams at home?"
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "No." He was like, "Well, you should because your breasts are dense." I was like, "Okay." So I still didn't do it. So one day I was downtown, and I ran into my girlfriend, and I asked her. I said, "Where are you coming from?" She says, "I'm coming from MCV. I had a mammogram." And she said, "Jennie, I want you to go down to MCV and have a mammogram because I don't want nothing to happen to you, like the buddy system." I was like, "What is she talking about?" So anyway, a month later, I was getting ready to go to a party, and I was standing in the mirror looking at myself, and some told me to start examining my breasts, and I found a lump in my left breast. Then I started comparing it with my right breast, which wasn't nothing there. So I just said, well, maybe I'm just imagining things. I says, I'll just wait a while and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
And then about a month later, it started to grow. So that's when I called my doctor
Mm-hmm.
and set up an appointment.
Mm-hmm.
So when I went in, they did a mammogram, but they couldn't find anything. So they did a biopsy.
Yeah.
And they told me they'll get back with me the next day.
Mm-hmm.
So the next day, they called me on my job. I answered the phone, and the reception says, the doctor wants to see you at her office tomorrow. I told my coworker, I say, she done found something. Because the doctor don't call you and say, she
Right.
could just told me everything was okay. She wants to see me in the office tomorrow. I got panicked. I couldn't balance my account. I couldn't find the errors, so I had to call my coworker in to help me with that. So she said, Jennie, you just calm down. So anyway, I went in the next day, and I carried my daughter, Kiba, with me. She like anytime I love all my daughters, but Kiba is the one that's always at my side. Any trouble, she's right there.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, she went in with me. I went back, and the lady told me, she said, I think you have cancer. When she said cancer, I just broke down. I cried all over the lady's shoulder. I was crying to them.
So see, we had two opposites.
Yes.
We had two opposites.
Uh-huh.
Because it never dawned on me that it was going to take me out.
Yeah, I didn't
You know?
either. I didn't either.
But you did. You did in the beginning.
Yeah, for one night.
Okay.
One
okay.
night,
Okay.
I stayed up all night long.
Okay.
The day that I was diagnosed.
Uh-huh.
And the enemy was trying to tell me, you are going to be dead by the end of the year. And I started to believe it, for one night. So then the next day I got up and I called my sister-in-law. And she prayed for me on the phone. So after she prayed for me, when people pray for me, I always listen to the words what they're saying
Sure.
over me.
Yeah.
So she says, Father, if it's your will, heal Jennie. So after she finished with the prayer, I just said, thank you. So then I hung up the phone. Then I started talking to the Lord myself. I said, Father, I really hope it's your will because I want to live.
Yeah. There you go. I mean, that was it. That was
so
it.
I just told him I want to live.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
And he heard you.
And he
Because
heard
you
me.
still here.
I'm still
27 years
here.
later.
So
That's
I
good.
owned him on for one night.
Yeah. Okay.
And after that,
Okay.
that was it.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it.
Blessing, yes.
Okay. I'm going to move on. When you heard the words that you have breast cancer,
Yes.
how did your world shift?
Let's see. I was working. I worked hard, killing it, meeting with clients, and just in the mix. So I went for a mammogram. They referred me to my PCP, Dr. Richard Peoples, and there was blood actually in my pajamas. So I played it off. I disregarded, and that wasn't a positive or the right thing to do. My niece was at my house before going to see Dr. Peoples, and she said, Auntie, what's wrong with your pajamas? What's going on? I said, I cut my finger. I lied. I cut my finger and I was just brushing off the blood.
Oh.
Because she is...
Not she, you.
I know, but when she asked me...
She is.
It caught me off guard, so I said,
Yeah.
I'm just going to pass this by. And that's my style. I will often put something on the back burner. I will say that. I'm just going to put that on the back burner. When I went to see my doctor, I knew something was going on. Something was wrong because I took the film to him, and he said at the end of the visit, Jennie and Rita, do you mind if I give you a hug? Now, he's been my doctor for 12 years. He's never said that.
Yes.
You mind if I give you a hug? Okay. I was like, oh, Lord, something is up. Something's going on. Something's wrong.
Yes.
So, yeah, that was the beginning.
But here's the question, though.
Yes.
How did how did your world shift? How did it shift when you heard that? Did you cry?
I didn't.
You didn't cry?
I didn't cry. I wanted to cry.
Uh-huh.
But there was just so much going on in my life already as it is that I held back the tears. And I was told through counseling, because I speak with my therapist regularly, even about this situation, because I do shove things under the carpet.
Yes.
Tanya, when I told someone that I decided, because I was very discreet and private about it, so I didn't share it with a lot of people. One daughter, I have two. One brother, I had a brother and a sister. And my daughter said, why me? Because I could relate to her.
But how did it change you when you heard it? That's what I'm trying to get to.
How did it change
How did
me,
it change
Rita?
you? Just instantly, you heard cancer. What did you feel?
I cannot tell you. I felt like I have to do something. What are my next steps? I
Okay,
went into
yeah.
planning mode.
There you go.
I went into planning mode. It was like, okay, now, who do I need to see? Who are
Right.
the doctors? I start developing a binder.
Right.
Like
Right.
what good was it? But I felt like I needed to control and manage this with lots of prayer.
Right.
I felt he had it.
That's
He
good.
had more than I did. And I know I had my ride-or-die daughter, Cayenne,
Uh-huh.
that I go to everyone. Now, if Cayenne was not comfortable, she said, why me? Why do I have to? Because you're it.
Yeah,
And that's what
I
told
get
her.
it.
So I knew
get
I
it.
had the support.
I get
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Okay. We all found strength in different places. Who or what became your anchor during treatment? You just told us.
My
You just told
daughter.
us. Who was your anchor?
Well, God.
Okay. Okay. That's good. I want to do a shout out for Alice Freeman. Alice, who has Healthy Heart Plus.
Yes.
Okay.
She knew me, and I will tell you that my girls were always there. They were always there, but she was the medical person.
Okay.
And when I first started the radiation treatments, she said, "This is what I want you to do: get in the tub, fill it to the top so that it covers you up here, and put dead sea salt in the water."
Mm.
And soak in dead sea salt. Are y'all listening to this?
And what
Wow.
that did.
It pulled the toxins. I wish I could show you. I have no burning, no nothing
Is it?
Wow.
from the radiation.
Mm.
My oncologist kept saying, "Well, I don't know what's happening. I hope it's working."
Right.
He said, "I hope the medicine is working because I don't see anything."
Wow.
And so
Amazing.
and she said two things. One, it's pulling out the toxins, but you're also lying in the tub.
Okay.
Yes.
What's
you have
that
to
doing?
relax.
What's that doing?
You have to
It's
chill.
relaxing you.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's for anybody who's out here, It was pulling out the toxins and it was just allowing me to relax. And I'm not a bath person. So that was just really different from me
Wow.
and very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
good.
Okay, so how did you you have fear and I want to know if you had fatigue, either of you. Did you have fatigue when you were doing your getting your radiation?
No fatigue. Looked like it gave me a boost.
Okay.
I was like,
Okay. You were rolling, huh?
yeah, I went to work every day.
Yeah.
I got up every morning, went to MCV, stayed down there about 10, 15 minutes, and walked to work 6 blocks up.
That's so funny.
And I
'cause
had so much energy.
that is so wild because I lived right over, not far from VCU at
Okay,
all. And so
okay.
I would be there for 7. And the first day I got dressed with earrings and everything. And then I had to take everything off. From then on, I wore pajamas. I was like, what am I getting dressed
Yeah.
for? I still got to go there, So it was good. I want to grab one thing and then we're going to go to commercial. You had a mastectomy, so I want to start with that.
Bilateral mistake.
Bilateral. I don't know what that means.
Both.
Yeah, okay. I
Left,
thought
right.
double. I thought that was double, but it's the
We can
same
call
thing.
it that.
Okay.
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 No.
So we are going to come back. Can I ask her more questions or can we come? Oh, I can keep. Okay. So why was that the route you went?
It was most simple, Rita. It was the most simple. I honestly did not go through radiation, chemo, or anything. When I spoke of my options, the one thing for certain, which I've learned later, I wouldn't have breast cancer because I don't have breast.
Right.
So I did that, and
But did you have it in both breasts or just one?
just the one.
Okay.
But I did both because I did not want to continue whatever the next steps
Right.
are for getting
Right.
what do you call it?
Chemo.
Reconstructive.
Yeah. Oh, right.
So all of that, I didn't want that. The endocrinologist, he said you chose the best for me treatment.
Right.
Had it gone into your lymph nodes?
No,
Okay.
That's a blessing.
that is a true blessing.
Yeah.
Really
So
helps.
yeah, it was the simplest, the quickest, and I just kept moving.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. We'll be right back. Stay with us. All right, everybody. Welcome back to Live in the Salon with Benita and Rita. So, this is Jennie, and this is Tanya. I'm Rita, and we are survivors. Yes. Of breast cancer. But we celebrate all of you who are survivors or any kind of illness.
Yes,
Any
yes.
kind of illness. We celebrate you. So,
Celebrate.
please stay for this whole segment because I've got some questions for you, some reflection questions for you when we finish talking. So, ladies, I want to talk about your sense of womanhood after you had your surgery and you had yours. And I will tell you that do you have any disfigurement on your breast where they cut out the spot?
Yes, little.
Okay, so yeah, mine is
I do.
not a lot. But again, there's a dent.
Yeah,
it's a dent there, and
yeah,
it looked
like
right
a little-
tacky,
like a little
And
donut.
so that
It's not cute. Not cute at all. Right.
And it doesn't fill the bra, so you got this. That's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. But and then, like I say, I have this scar under here. But it bothered me for a minute. You know, when I looked at it, it bothered me. So, what about you? Did it bother you? I don't know. Were you married then? Because I was not married.
Well, yes, I was.
Okay. Okay. Did that bother you at all? Did it impact your womanhood or your sexuality at all?
No, it didn't bother me at all. But my husband, he was okay with it, you know. Yeah, he was okay. So,
Okay.
Yeah. But I know the first time that I had my surgery, I came home, I was scared to take the bandages off. To look in the mirror for the first time. I was like, oh, okay, well, it's not too bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever that looks like.
You
Not too
imagine,
bad,
yeah.
right.
It's a whole. Did you have any lymph nodes that were impacted?
No.
Good.
None.
Yeah, we were blessed.
It was local.
We were blessed.
Thank you, Lord.
Yes.
So
Yes.
good.
We were all
Yes.
blessed.
Blessed,
You know?
blessed.
Yes, we
Yeah,
are.
Yeah.
definitely.
How about you, Ladybug? Were you married? Then?
I haven't been married in probably 30 years.
But, well, the point is, you were
There
not
was
married
no
then.
one in my life.
Right,
I
right,
wasn't
right. Okay.
intimate.
Okay.
I was on sabbatical 14 years still today,
Mm-hmm.
and I am accepting resumes and contacts. Okay, but neither here nor there.
That was a commercial. That was a commercial.
The impact of dating, having conversations, is where I am physically with the appearance. So I look at it every day, and it doesn't make me happy. I even got in contact with Dr. Odessa, who is a surgeon. He doesn't do breast anymore, so he was willing to look at it. Do you know
Meaning
Dr.
to see-
Odessa?
Not a-
Meaning, he doesn't do what anymore? He doesn't do
Breast.
reconstruction?
He doesn't do anything with breast anymore.
Oh,
That's
okay.
not his area.
Okay,
Discipline.
okay.
And he remembers me. I tell you, my granddaughter was in the bed with me during the
Okay.
surgery, everything while I stayed in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he came in the room, Rita and Jennie, and she says, "Oh, you got a haircut."
How old was she?
9.
Oh, wow.
9.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, she's quite the shrewd, savvy one.
Mm-hmm.
But Dr. Desso has said that he would do some reconstructive surgery. I call them little dog paws on the side. So with your question, yes, every day in the summertime.
Every
is-
day what?
I have to look at this and overlook. Not look at it, but just
Overlook. That's good.
Overlook, and I've been able to build my confidence back. I always say that I made the breast didn't make me. So saying that over and over, keeping it in prayer. It's a disfigurement, but you know what? I still feel good about me,
Amen.
and I tell myself that, right?
That's right.
Because they didn't make me. I was thinking of a reduction anyway.
Yeah.
So careful for what you pray for. That I got a total reduction. Yeah. And
Be
I move
careful.
forward.
Be careful what you pray for.
It
But
is.
I want any of you who are out there right now who have had, what did you call it? I called it the double.
Oh, the bilateral.
The
mastectomy.
bilateral. Please contact me. Go to ritaricks.com, go to my contact me page, and I will get you in touch with this lady right here. Because it's been
Absolutely.
14 years now? Or
10.
10 years. 10 years.
11 years,
Yeah.
yes,
So
yes.
I really, really want you, well, you can contact any of us. Contact me, and I will get you in touch with them. Because this is a show that I want to continue. This is just the beginning. If you want us to come back, we will come back. But we need to hear from you. So I got to get through the rest of my questions because it's almost time. Healing isn't just about the body. It's about the soul. What emotional or spiritual healing did you,
Emotional
or spiritual healing?
Well, I didn't grieve about what had happened to me very long, you know.
Good.
Now, I was raised up in the church, but I had gone astray. So because of this, what happened to me with the breast, it brought me back closer to God. And I
See,
said, well,
yeah.
I'm here with God, and
Yeah.
I'm here with God to stay.
Yeah.
no matter what.
That's so good, Jenny, because before, you know, I people say, why me? And for me, I was smoking, I was drinking. I'm still drinking a little bit, but you know, not to the degree.
Right, yeah.
I was not eating fresh food. I was not,
Yeah.
canned foods. I was not taking care of my body. And we know that we are fearfully and wonderfully made.
Yes.
And for me, I was not helping me. And I said to God,
Yes.
I'm sorry. And I will take care of me from now until. And so that was my shift,
Yeah.
because I run, still 78 years
Okay.
old,
Well, you look
run, and I exercise. I
yes.
do all kind, lifting weights, because this is the only body. If I don't have my body, where will I live?
That's the truth.
Where will I live? And so it was a huge. Please understand when I say that it was a gift. Please understand what I
Yeah.
mean by a gift for me. And I know everybody does not have
Yeah.
that same sense, but for Rita Ricks, I know I'm still here because of that. Because
Yeah.
I was just going down a path that wasn't ever going
I
to bring
was
me
too.
back. Yeah, not taking care.
Yeah.
So, that's a lot. It's a lot.
It is. It is
Okay,
a lot.
and my next question is: did the journey change your purpose about your life? Did the journey? Because that's what I'm saying. It certainly changed mine. Did it change yours, Tanya?
It did. I go back and forth, honestly speaking, just to be transparent. When friends of mine, for example, I was going into church for New Year's, and a close friend I consider as friend Lee, she said to me, "Oh, you got breast reduction, you got breast surgery." And I looked at her, you know how you're going in with a new spirit to revamp and rejuvenate
Right.
the first of the year, and here she comes. So I just felt the adversary was busy, just busy. Yes, I did have surgery involuntarily, and I put my hand across my chest, and she was like a little Karen about it. Oh, like we were gonna have a conversation. Not happening. Enjoy the new year. Happy New Year to you, sis. And I kept it moving. And that told me a lot. That says a lot. When a person shows you their hand, it was very hurtful. But I was
Right.
told through therapy, I think I got ready to tell you ladies,
Please.
I didn't allow others to grieve, and that part I deal with. Because when someone starts to cry or show
Right.
emotions,
Yes. Yeah.
because I'm in the best place I can be, I have the
Right.
resources necessary.
Right.
Please
right,
don't cry.
Right.
But maybe they cried later, and maybe
Yeah.
they came to
I,
grips.
it made me feel like I was a victim. That's what.
When they start to cry.
Yeah. So
Yes.
that's what I said. Yeah. In the beginning, it wasn't about, let me get through this surgery. I just told my pastor, like I said, but let me just get through this because I am not a victim. I don't need you feeling sorry
Please
for
don't.
me.
Right.
I need you to uplift me. And that's what Alice did always.
Amen.
I love
Always.
it. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's where it was. Thank you for sharing that. So I wasn't the only one.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
All
That
right.
was not going to happen. That was not going to happen. That's your problem.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
deal with that.
Right. What do you wish every woman understood about self-awareness and listening to her body? What do you wish every woman understood about self-awareness? You had the lump. You had blood. What if you had ignored?
I believe I wouldn't be here to tell the story, actually, because there were 2 instances where there was blood in my jammies, and just to deal with it, I just shrugged it off. When I decided to do something about it to build the awareness, as you say, I don't know if I was prepared, but I
Wasn't
will say,
prepared for what?
whatever
you
it
mean?
was. I was very fearful. I was very doubtful, just to be very honest. Very doubtful. Am I
Doubtful
going to
of-
survive
Oh,
life?
are you going to survive? Got
Will
it.
I survive life? My plans are not in place. Whatever those plans look like for my hoopty. I want to give away my whip. I had all of these things. So to build the awareness on all the things, I said, oh, I need to get my life right and get better, whatever better looked like. So to be a better grandma, to be a better mom, I had all these illustrious ideas of how I was going to change my life. I appreciate me. I love me. And I do, and I'm getting so much better with it. It's been 10 years, and I'm much better now than where I was.
And you are in therapy even now?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I call it Therapy Thursday.
Okay.
It's a great thing.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
friends and people that are close to me. I know it's Therapy Thursday, but what? I'll call you
Yeah,
after 7.
exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
And
Because
she's
so many
wonderful.
women will say, I stopped going because I feel better. And they
You have to maintain that better, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
Oh my!
Exactly.
My therapist, she digs deep. Her name is Katrina Tab, and I call her Kay. And Kay is wonderful. She will pull my coattail because I can be difficult. I can be ornery. Just a little,
I had
just
no
a
idea.
tad. I can be
No
a little
idea.
snarky and spicy, and I know me, right? Right? We know ourselves. So she will tell me, Tanya, from a professional sense. Let me take my hat off. I think if I were just your friend, I wouldn't like you very much.
Right. Yeah.
I don't think I'd like
I
you.
love
said,
that.
okay,
I love that.
did.
I love that.
I embraced it. Yes.
So we're believe it or not, we have to wrap up.
Oh no.
And so I want to leave you with some reflection questions, and then we're going to get one last thought from each of you. Okay. But these are questions that I want you to think about. Get your journal. Write these questions as I am asking them, and then send me the responses to ritaricks.com. The first question: when was the last time you truly listened to your body? When was the last time you truly listened to your body? Not just for pain, but even for peace. Number 2, what have you survived that reshaped how you see yourself? What have you survived? Doesn't have to be cancer, it doesn't even have to be an illness, but what have you survived that reshaped how you see yourself? It could have even been an abusive relationship. Number 3, if your scars, whether they're physical or emotional, could speak, what would they say about the strength that you have? Because you know you got it. You've got that strength. How do you, even just listening to us, how do you define beauty now? What is beauty to you? And the final question, and this is important, who lifted you when you needed strength? I had my family, I had Alice, I had my pastor, you had family, you had the grands. Remember what I said in the beginning, when people say they want to help you, allow them. And then here's the last one, who are you being called to lift now? That's a huge question. Who are you being called to lift? When we ask folks how you're doing, we typically ask them because we see something. And if they say, okay, we keep walking. I don't keep walking. So you need to go ahead and tell me what's going on, because I am a coach. And I'm going to say, no, you aren't. No, you aren't. Well, Rita, I don't want to talk about it. Then tell me that. Tell me you don't want to talk about it. But don't tell me you're okay. Because if you and I are friends, I care about you. And let me tell you, I care enough that you can say, Rita Ricks, I don't ever want to talk to you again. I got it. But I am not going to be your friend and then allow you to be miserable. I love you too much.
That's right.
Yeah.
We've had that conversation.
Yes, we have.
We've had that conversation. So those are the 5 questions that I want you to hear. And we are going to be on in a couple of weeks, K-Pop 101.2. And it will be at 1 o'clock on a Sunday. And then we're going to get it on my website as well. So you can hear this again and again, and you can share it. I've got one final thought real quickly.
Yes.
One, you share it. What is it? What is your final thought?
My final
For them,
thought,
for our audience.
yes, is Rita, thank you for allowing me to share, because I create this whole scenario why I'm not going to do it, why I'm uncomfortable, why are you asking me? But it came very naturally. My one thought is that I can be more open, I can be honest, and I can be more endearing to the process of healing. And like you said, it's not just cancer, breast cancer.
Can
It's
be
anything. And I tell people Therapy Thursday is what's up.
Yeah, exactly.
And it helps.
Yeah.
So thank you.
And a coach. So
A good
I'm a
coach.
coach, and I have clients who go to the therapist and then come to me, or vice versa.
Yes.
Jenny.
I thought I was a person that was behind the scenes, but I was looking to Joyce Meyer one time. She said, do things even when you are afraid.
Yeah.
Do it anyway.
Absolutely.
So that's what I've started doing. So
Good.
I know this assignment was set up by God, so I couldn't say no.
Right.
You know,
right.
I
Especially
won't
since
complain.
Benita gave me your number.
Yeah.
She said, call my mama.
I got to be there.
Yeah.
So it really helped me.
Good. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Appreciate you guys, both of you.
Thank you. And thank you. It was such a pleasure.
Oh, and nice to meet you too.
Very nice meeting you.
Thank you all. Contact me. Let me know what you think about this. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and stay in touch with me. We're on every day, every Sunday, 1 o'clock. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.